Hey Pisces, thanks for visiting. And yes, as I always say, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe or leave a comment if you'd like to. And again, as I always say, I've shuffled, everything's ready, so let's start your reading for lovely Pisces people. The first card you have your past is, yes, the Five of Cups. You have been through some sort of a loss, I'm seeing, and you're actually feeling quite overwhelmed by this loss at the time. I'm just seeing you feeling that you're feeling that you were going along in one direction, or think life was going one way, and then suddenly things went another way for you, and then you're really disappointed. You really feel like you missed out on something, you're disappointed by something that you didn't get to do, or something like that. And I'm seeing that there was also someone around you who was making you feel a little bit pressured as well, because they were involved in this as well, and they had some expectations of you, so maybe a lot was riding on you and you had pressure from someone else as well. And then when this changed, it didn't go the way you wanted, it was like they were expecting to benefit from this in some way. I keep on seeing this. It's like what I'm seeing is it's like someone was riding on your back and expecting you to go to achieve something or go a certain way, and it didn't happen that way. It just didn't work, and there was a disappointment in that. And I'm also seeing that probably because of the pressure from this person, or maybe not, maybe it was just you, but you were pressured by someone, I'm seeing, but you were imagining things were a lot worse than they were. I mean, they weren't fantastic, yes, and you were disappointed, yes, but they weren't quite as bad as you were imagining. You're really blowing things up in your mind to be a bit worse than they actually were, is what I'm seeing. And you could have, there are other paths you could have taken, there are other options you had, but you weren't seeing those options. You weren't seeing that there were good things around you, because your head was so caught up in how disappointed you were. But I think someone else was fueling this, because I'm seeing that someone else was around you kind of riding on this, I keep seeing someone riding on your back, like you're piggybacking someone and you're under all this pressure, and they were trying to force you to go ahead with this thing, and it just didn't work, and then they were disappointed as well. I keep on seeing that. I hope you're able to knock them off your back. You don't want these kind of people making more pressure on you. You really don't need that. But this is in the past. I hope you've gotten over this time. The next card you have your past is the Page of Cups. So yes, I'm seeing two things here. I'm seeing someone who's helpful and someone who's inexperienced at the same time. And this could be something in your workplace, I'm seeing, because I'm seeing, or something work related. There was someone who was just learning something, and they were willing to help, or willing to go out of their way to help, and they wanted this experience, and they thought that they were being helpful, but maybe they were doing more harm than help. And sometimes when people aren't experienced, they're learning, they need to gain this experience, they actually waste a lot of time. And I know they need to learn, I know that, and you knew that too, actually, because I'm seeing that you're actually quite patient with them, and you were quite helpful, and you knew they had to learn. You're very patient with this person. There was a little bit of frustration inside yourself, but you weren't showing this. You're very helpful. You're keeping them to yourself, actually, and you were very understanding. You're very patient. That's what I'm seeing. But it was a little bit frustrating, because you really just needed to get things done at the time, and this person was trying to help you, but they weren't actually very helpful. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have your past is the Three of Pentacles. Yes. Yes. Okay, what I'm seeing is for people in a relationship, I'm just sensing there's some kind of interference. So Three of Pentacles, three people, there are two people in a couple, and another person's trying to interfere. That's what I'm seeing. But I'm not seeing they're doing this on purpose. They're not interfering to cause problems between you or anything like that. They're actually thinking, what I'm seeing is someone speaking to you, and they're actually trying to give you advice, give you some advice about your relationship, or trying to help you in some way, but they're not helpful in the right way. They're actually a little bit interfering, a little bit overbearing with you, and you might want to, there are things you wanted to keep private, I'm seeing, and you didn't want to reveal everything to this person, and they kept on kind of mining for information. They're like, oh, and what happened then, and tell me, what did they say, and oh, that's terrible, what else? and you were thinking, well, I don't really want to reveal all of this to this person, and I just want to keep things private. This is my relationship, and if I have a problem, it's nice they want to help me, but I just don't want to. This is private. I don't want to talk to this person too much about this. And so then you were very guarded with this person, but you had good reason to be guarded with them. You're doing the right thing to be guarded with this person. That's what I'm seeing, because it's just, they're not difficult, they're not gossipy, they're not a bad person, but they were just too interfering, is what I'm seeing, and it felt really uncomfortable and really wrong to you, and also disloyal to your partner. You didn't want to tell them all these things about your private things. That's what I'm seeing. So you're very wise about that. The first card you have your present is the Chariot. So you've been on a journey. You've been on a really big, important journey. I'm seeing you've been on this for a while, but this is not an actual physical journey. This is like you were on a journey of self-improvement. That sounds really cringy and corny, but it's true. You were on this journey, and you were becoming more self-aware. You're just improving in so many ways, and you weren't influenced by a lot of things that were going on around you at this time. You were influenced by what was going on inside you and what your instincts were telling you. And this isn't an easy road to go. It's a road that's against a lot of people. A lot of traffic are going one way. They're going in the way that everyone expects them to go, and you're going in the opposite direction. And they're looking at you saying, why are you going over there? We're all going over here. I don't understand. But you're just inside yourself. You instinctively know where you want to go yourself, inside yourself, and you're on that journey. It's very important. You might be on your own on that road, but that's okay. You're on the right road. I'm also seeing again problems around this relationship. Now, you might actually have some problems in your relationship, but I'm seeing you're moving away from any outside influences that aren't right for you, because this person who's asking all these questions, and other people maybe as well, I'm seeing might be a little bit interfering, or maybe some advice that they're giving you doesn't feel right to you. You feel that it doesn't apply to you. You just have a bad feeling about it. And so you're just going to shrug off anything that isn't right for you, any information, any advice, anything people have to say that doesn't feel right to you. You're just going to throw it aside and go the way you want to go. You're determined to move in the way that you want to go. That's what I'm seeing. You're on the right track. I keep saying that. And a lot of people on this journey, in these readings this week, are on a journey to where they truly want to be themselves. And I'm so happy for so many people. I love it when people are doing this. I'm seeing this all the time. This must be the week for everybody doing what they want to do, which is fantastic. The next card you have your present is the Ten of Wands. Yes, I am seeing that. Yes, this burden card. But what I'm seeing is it's not actually that bad. I'm seeing that you are on this journey, you are on this path, and you're finding out what you truly want. And this is all a path of finding out what you truly want to do as well. And I'm seeing that you have so many things that you could be doing, that you'd like doing. You're very, very talented and very good at a lot of different things. That's what I'm seeing. And what you're trying to do is you're going through a process of trying to narrow down what you truly want to do. And this is really difficult for you, because there are so many paths you could go down. Equally, you'd be as good at this, and as good and really good at something else, and good at something else. So you're going to narrow this down. This will take time. It's hard. But you are going to be able to do that. And I'm seeing that gradually you're going to eliminate each thing that isn't. You're going to eliminate the least favorite thing one at a time. It's like you're getting rid of the least favorite thing. And I'm seeing all these wands that you're carrying. Over time, one's going to go, then another one's going to go, then another one, and you'll be left with just a few little things. It'll be really easy for you to carry, and then you'll know exactly where you're going. I have a helicopter above me. I don't know why. I hope the police aren't chasing me. I'm okay. I haven't done anything. So you'll narrow them down, and I'm seeing eventually you only have one or two wands left, and you are on the right track. And then, when you narrow them down, you'll have less things to carry, and you'll be easier. You'll be able to walk down that track faster and easier. So yes, the last card you have here present is the Seven of Wands. So yes, you are changing a lot, and yes, there's some people around you who might not like this true you. They might not like this true you that's coming out. People are used to the old you, they don't like the new you. That's what happens. But you're brave, you're actually fighting, you're going to be yourself. Keep going. And again, I'm seeing you protective of your relationship. I know I keep repeating myself, but I keep seeing the same thing over and over again. You're there with your big wand, you're fighting off everyone who's trying to interfere in your relationship. I'm sorry, single people, that's just what I'm seeing. I keep on seeing this relationship issue. And yes, your relationship's actually strong. It does have some problems, but it's strong generally. And you're strong as well. And you're acting as a shield. There you are, fighting off anyone who's trying to interfere. That's what I'm seeing with that card. Yes, the first card you have for your future is the Nine of Wands. More wands. You have wands everywhere. You have so much action all around you everywhere. And yes, again, I'm seeing this protectiveness again. This guy here has a barrier. He's protecting himself, and you're protecting your relationship again, but you're also protecting, or you're going to be, this is in your future, you're going to be protecting what you have. I know this is really specific, I know, I'm sorry. I'm just reading what I'm seeing. So this might only resonate with a few people, but I'm just reading what I see, really. So yes, you're going to be protecting your own choices from people who don't feel comfortable with, what you're doing, and living your true life, protecting your relationship. You know what's going on in there. That's what you want. And, you might have, there are going to be people questioning you still. There are still going to be people criticizing you in your future. And, it's like they're looking at a movie. They go and watch a movie and they think, I'm seeing, this might not make sense, but I'm seeing this movie. Some people are watching a movie and they're looking at that, and they're in a fantasy world, and they think, oh, in my fantasy, I'd love to do this, I'd love to do that. And then they turn off the movie and go back to their real life, and they say, oh, I couldn't possibly do that. And then they just go through the motions of their real life. And they look at you, and you're living that movie, you're living your life, or you're on the road to doing that. And they're kind of, how can you do that? Why are you doing that? And that's why they're questioning, because they're really, deep down, they'd like to be doing those things. And I'm not saying you're there yet, you're not. You're certainly not exactly where you want to be, but you are getting there. That's what I'm saying. And they can see that. They can see that. Go on that road, keep on going on that right road. I know this sounds really cringy and corny, but this is what I'm seeing, and it is really important that you are doing that. The next card you have in your future is the Nine of Pentacles. Yes, I'm seeing there could be a pregnancy announcement. Someone around you could be announcing a pregnancy very soon, or the birth of a child or something like that. And yes, there's so much feminine abundance. That's what I'm seeing, feminine abundance. So I'm seeing a pregnancy, beautiful richness coming from this beautiful card. And I'm also seeing some financial opportunities could be coming up for you. But this is in your more distant future. And again, you're on a path toward that at the moment, but you're on the right path. That's what I'm seeing. This will come up for you in your future. And I'm seeing with this beautiful abundance and happiness and richness in this card, you'll get some enjoyment. You'll get money from something you enjoy doing. You'll end up doing something, a career, something like that you really truly love doing. This is very rare, very special. And you're going to be making money from something you love. That's this beautiful Nine of Pentacles, this woman surrounded by this beautiful garden. She's happy in the garden, and she has everything she needs. And yes, employment, doing something you love and enjoying it and making some money for it. From doing that, I should say. That's what I'm seeing. I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll go on to the next card. The last card you have in your future is the Two of Pentacles. Yes. Okay, what I'm seeing is you're going to be struggling between two areas of your life at this time. I think this is really the trickiest thing I can see in this whole reading, actually. There's a struggle. There are two areas of your life. What I'm seeing is there's one side, there's family, the other side is a relationship. Now, I think that maybe this interfering person or these people might come from family toward your relationship. That's what I'm seeing. Now, you're juggling these two sides, or you're going to be at this time in your future. One side is family, the other side is your relationship. They're not quite getting along. There are two people within these two areas of your life that aren't getting along, and you're in the middle, you're going to be in the middle, kind of juggling these, and like the go-between. One person on one side is going to say, oh, they did that terrible thing, go and tell them not to say that to me, and then they'll say, oh, that's not fair, you go and tell them that, and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. You know what? Drop these balls you're juggling, drop them, or hand them to one and hand one to the other, give them a telephone each, say, you talk to each other, I'm going on my road, I'm going on this fantastic road, you both bicker amongst yourself, go and have this argument, but I'm not in this. You don't need to carry these two balls and start juggling them around. You have a lot where you're going toward big things. Drop those balls, give them to those people, and go towards where you're going. Let them fight among themselves. That sounds like crazy. I know I'm crazy, I'm sorry. That's what I'm seeing. That's going to be the struggle. But you don't need this burden of these two people fighting, or these two areas fighting. It's not for you to carry it for them. If they want to fight, they can fight amongst themselves. That's what I'm seeing. So Pisces, I'm sorry this ended in a crazy way with me ranting about something. I'm really, really sorry. But yes, I hope this did resonate, or at least the good bits anyway. But yes, this is a general reading. It won't always It won't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like or subscribe, or leave a comment if you'd like to. Thank you so much for watching and for bearing with me. Thank you.